वेलकम टू वीलर्न वर्चुअल लर्निंग नेटवर्क में आपका स्वागत है। सब्जेक्ट फिजिक्स, कोड नंबर 312, सेशन नंबर 2, टॉपिक मोशन इन ए स्ट्रेट लाइन। टॉपिक टू बी कवर्ड इन दिस सेशन: डेफिनेशन ऑफ मोशन, स्पीड, वेलोसिटी एंड एक्सेलरेशन, पोजीशन, टाइम ग्राफ, इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ पोजीशन, टाइम ग्राफ, velocity, time graph, interpretation of velocity, it's also time graph, equation of motion, motions in a plane, projectile motion, circular motion and last is do it yourself। ये सभी चीजें आप इस सेशन में पढ़ेंगे और समझेंगे। Now motion, motion हम गति को कहते हैं। Motion is a change in the position of any object of at any time, कि जब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट एक जगह पर है थोड़ी देर में वो कहां पर पहुंच जाता है उसे हम मोशन कहते हैं। मोशन कैन बी इन ए स्ट्रेट लाइन, इन ए प्लेन और इन ए स्पेस। तो 1D, 2D और 3 डायमेंशन में मोशन हो सकता है। यहां पर D हम डायमेंशंस को कहते हैं या डिस्टेंस को भी हम कह सकते हैं। एंड आवर डिस्टेंस, द टोटल लेंथ ऑफ द पाथ कवर्ड बाय ए बॉडी इज द डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड बाय इट। जितनी दूर जाकर के वो टोटल डिस्टेंस को कवर करता है, टोटल लेंथ को कवर करता है ट्रेवल करने के बाद, उसे हम डिस्टेंस कहते हैं। डिस्टेंस इज ए स्केलर क्वांटिटी। डिस्टेंस जो है आपकी स्केलर क्वांटिटी होती है और स्केलर क्वांटिटी के बारे में मैंने आपको बताया कि इट हैज ओनली मैग्नीट्यूड। मैग्नीट्यूड होता है इसके अंदर। अराउंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट, द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द इनिशियल एंड फाइनल पोजीशन वेक्टर्स ऑफ अ बॉडी इज कॉल्ड इट्स डिस्प्लेसमेंट। एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज ए वेक्टर क्वांटिटी। डिस्प्लेसमेंट जो है वेक्टर क्वांटिटी होगी, जबकि डिस्टेंस आपकी स्केलर क्वांटिटी होती है। नाउ स्पीड एंड वेलोसिटी। स्पीड क्या है? द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ डिस्टेंस विद टाइम इज कॉल्ड स्पीड एंड वी कैन कैलकुलेट द स्पीड सिंबॉलिकली। स्पीड इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड अपॉन टाइम टेकन। जैसे मान लीजिए आप जो है 40 किलोमीटर जाते हैं 2 घंटे में, तो आपकी स्पीड क्या हुई? 40 डिवाइडेड बाई 2, तो आपका 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर्स की स्पीड हुई। तो किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस का यूनिट होता है और आवर्स जो है आपका टाइम का यूनिट होता है फॉर द डिस्टेंस। नाउ वेलोसिटी, द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज नोन एज वेलोसिटी। कि किस रेट से आप जो है अपने आप को चेंज कर पा रहे हैं, अपनी डिस्टेंस को चेंज कर पा रहे हैं, दैट इज द वेलोसिटी। एंड इट इज डिनोटेड बाई v। देन एवरेज वेलोसिटी, द एवरेज वेलोसिटी ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज डिफाइंड एज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट पर यूनिट टाइम। लेट x1 एंड x2 बी इट्स पोजिशन at instant t1 and t2 respectively. So v equal to displacement upon time taken. There, so x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1, that means difference between the distance upon difference between the time. So it can be written as delta x upon delta t. Now speed and velocity. Relative velocity, the relative velocity of an object with respect to another object is the rate at which it changes its position relative to the objects or point taken as reference. For example, if v and vb are the velocities of the two objects along a straight line, the relative velocity of b with respect to a will be vb minus va. Now acceleration, the acceleration is defined as the time rate of changes of velocity. Acceleration is a vector quantity and its SI unit is meter per second. The average acceleration meter per second square. The average acceleration of an object is given by average acceleration equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken for change in the velocity. तो acceleration जैसा आप जानते हैं कि स्पीड अप करना, कि पहले आप 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर्स की स्पीड से चल रहे थे, सडनली आपको जो है काम याद आया कि नहीं जल्दी पहुंचना चाहिए और इस बार आप जो है 15 किलोमीटर पर आवर्स के रेट से चल रहे हैं। दैट मीन्स जो एक्सेलरेशन होगा वो 5 किलोमीटर पर आवर्स होगा। तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि रेट ऑफ चेंज in the velocity is known as acceleration. पोजीशन टाइम ग्राफ, व्हेन बॉडी इज एट रेस्ट, तो इस तरह से आपका पोजीशन होगा कि वो जो है कहीं नहीं जाएगी. व्हेन बॉडी इज इन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन, तो इस तरह से बॉडी आपकी स्टार्ट हो गई है और वो यूनिफॉर्म मोशन से चली जा रही है. एंड व्हेन बॉडी इज नॉन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन, देन आपको जो है इस उल्टा सीधा चलना पड़ेगा. नाउ interpretation of position time graph. Velocity from position time graph, the slope of straight line of position time graph gives the average velocity of the object in motion. To determine the slope, we choose two widely separated point A and B on the straight line and form a triangle by drawing lines parallel to y-axis and x-axis. Thus the average velocity of the object are calculated that v bar equal to x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1, where x2 second position, x1 first position, t1 previous time and t2 second time. So delta x upon delta t, which is equal to bc divided by ac equal to velocity. यहां पर आप देख रहे हैं bc divided by ac. b आपका पॉइंट यहां पर है और ए आपका ये पॉइंट है, तो BC अपॉन AC ये जो है आपकी वेलोसिटी को इंडिकेट करता है. एंड दिस एंगल इज थीटा. तो डेल्टा एक्स आपकी डिस्टेंस है BC और AC जो है डेल्टा T है. नाउ इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ पोजीशन टाइम ग्राफ. Instantaneous velocity in case of non-uniform motion. The position time graph is a curved line and the slope or average velocity varies depending on the size of time interval selected. The velocity of particle at any instant of time or at some point of its path is called its instantaneous velocity. The average velocity over a time interval delta t is given by v equal to delta x upon delta t. As delta t is made smaller and smaller, the average velocity approaches instantaneous velocity in the limits delta t equal to 0. The slope delta x upon delta t of a line tangent to the curve at that point gives the instantaneous velocity. So velocity time graph. Velocity time graph for uniform motions like this one. Velocity time graph for non-uniform motions. A acceleration bar equal to v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1, which is equal to delta v upon delta t equal to mp upon lp, which is equal to slope of the straight line. Interpretation of velocity of time graph. Determination of the distance traveled by the body. The portions AB shows the motion with constant acceleration, whereas the portion CD shows the constantly retarded motion. The portions BC represent uniform motion. For uniform motion, the distance traveled by the body from time t1 to t2 is given by s equal to v t2 minus t1, which is equal to the area under the curve between t1 and t2. Generalizing this result, s equal to area of trapezium KLMN, which is equal to 1 by 2 into KL plus MN multiply KN, which is equal to 1 by 2 multiply V1 plus V2 multiply T2 minus T1. So determination of the accelerations of the body. Average acceleration A bar equal to delta V upon delta T, which is equal to V2 minus V1 upon T2 minus T1. If the time interval delta T is made smaller and smaller, the average acceleration becomes instantaneous acceleration. Thus instantaneous acceleration A equal to limit delta t tends to the power 0 delta v upon delta t equal to delta v upon dt or dv upon dt, which is equal to slope of tangent at t equal to 1 or equal to AB upon BC. So thus the slope of tangent at a point on the velocity time graph give the acceleration at that instant. Now equation of motion. Equation of uniform motion. In order to derive these equation, let us take initial time to be 0. that is t1 equal to 0, we can then assume t2 equal to t. To be the elapsed time, the initial position x1 and initial velocity v1 of an object will now be represented by x0 and v0, and at the time t they will be called x and v rather than x2 and v2. According to equation 2.1, the average velocity during the time t will be v bar equal to x minus x0 upon t. The first equation of uniformity accelerated motions help in determining the velocity of an object after a certain time when the acceleration is given. As you know by definition, acceleration A equal to change in velocity upon time taken, which is equal to v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1. If at t1 equal to 0, then v1 equal to v0, and at t2 equal to t, then v2 equal to v. Then A equal to v minus v0 upon t, which is equal to v equal to v0 plus at. इस तरह से हम इसको कर सकते हैं क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके, और ये इट्स अ फर्स्ट इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन. सो सेकंड इक्वेशन ऑफ यूनिफॉर्मिटी एक्सेलरेशन मोशन. This equation is used to calculate the position of an object after time t when it is undergoing constant acceleration. कि जब वो constant acceleration से चल रहा होता है A से, then suppose that at t equal to 0, x1 equal to x0, v1 equal to v0 and t equal to t. x2 equal to x, v2 equal to v. The distance traveled equal to area under v minus t graph area of trapezium OABC equal to 1 by 2 CB plus OA multiply OC. Then x minus x0 equal to 1 by 2 v plus v0 multiply t. Since v equal to v0, अब हमने देखा लास्ट इक्वेशन से v equal to v0 plus at, then we can write x minus x0 equal to 1 by 2 v0 plus at plus v0 t. Now multiply करेंगे तो ये आपका आ जाएगा v0 t plus 1 by 2 at square, which is the second equation of motion, or x equal to x0 plus v0 t plus 1 by 2 at square. Now third equation of uniformity acceleration motion. The equation is used in situation when the acceleration position and initial velocity are known and the final velocity is desired but the time t is not known. So x minus x0 equal to 1 by 2 v plus v0 t. Also from equation 2.6 we recall that t equal to v0 minus v minus v0 upon a. Substituting this in the above expression we get x minus x0 equal to 1 by 2 v plus v0 multiply v minus v0 upon a, यानी t के प्लेस पर हमने इस वाली वैल्यू को पुट कर दिया. देन 2a क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई से x minus x0 equal to v square minus v0, so v square equal to v0 square plus 2a x minus x0. Thus the three equations for constant accelerations are v equal to v0 plus at. So x equal to x0 plus v0 t plus 1 by 2 at square. Now motion under gravity. When we throw a body in the upward direction or drop a stone from a certain height, they come down to the earth because of the gravitational force or the earth on them. जब हम किसी भी चीज को ऊपर फेंकते हैं तो वो तुरंत ही जो है जमीन पर वापस चली जाती है. अब इसका कारण क्या है, क्यों चली जाती है? जो फोर्स उस पर अप्लाई किया जाता है वो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स कहलाता है, जिसको हिंदी में हम गुरुत्वाकर्षण बल कहते हैं. द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स एक्ट इन द वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन, वो सीधे डायरेक्शन में अप्लाई किया होता है. देयरफॉर मोशन अंडर ग्रेविटी इज अलोंग ए स्ट्रेट लाइन. इट इज ए वन डायमेंशनल मोशन. Motion in a plane. Under this topic we will learn the motion of object moving in a plane that is in two dimension. To do so we have to introduce certain new concept. An example of motion in two dimensions is the motion of a ball thrown at an angle to the horizontal. This motion is called a projectile motion. Projectile motion. The two important properties of a projectile motions are: number one, a concept horizontal velocity component. Then Second is a constant vertically downward acceleration component. The combination of these two motions result in the curved path of the projectile. So v equal to under root v square h plus v square v. आप कर्व से देख सकते हैं जिस तरह से प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन है कि ए से जो है ड्रॉप किया गया है और डी पर जाकर के वो फॉल हो रहा है, लेकिन अलग अलग पोजीशंस पर अलग अलग तरह के फोर्स अप्लाई किए जा रहे हैं. So the initial positions of the projectile is at the origin O at t equal to 0. As you know, the coordinates of the origin are x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Now suppose the projectile is launched with an initial velocity v0 at an angle of theta known as the angle of elevation to the axis x. Its component in the x and y directions are v0 x equal to v0 cos theta 0 and v0 y equal to v0 sin theta 0. Let ax and ay be the horizontal and vertical component respectively of the projectile's acceleration. Then ax equal to 0, ay equal to minus 9.8 per meter square. The negative sign for ay appears as the acceleration due to gravity is always in the negative. Y direction in the chosen coordinate system. Notice that ay is constant. Therefore we can use equation 2.6 and 2.9 to written expression for the horizontal and vertical component of the projectile's velocity and position at time t. These are given by using equation v equal to v0 at v square equal to v0 square plus 2a x minus x0 and x equal to x0 plus b0 t plus at square. Horizontal motion ux equal to u0x since ax equal to 0, x equal to uxt equal to u0 cos theta 0 t. Then vertical motion uy equal to a0y minus gt which is equal to u0 sin theta minus gt. Y equal to u0 by t minus 1 by 2 gt square which is equal to v0 sin 0 t minus 1 by 2 gt square. The vertical position and velocity component are also related through equation 2.10 as minus gy equal to 1 by 2 u square y minus u square 0 y. Maximum height. As the projectile travels through air, it reaches up to some maximum height h and then begin to come down. At the instant when the projectile is at the maximum height, the vertical component of its velocity is 0. This is the instant when the projectile stops to move upward, does not yet begin to move downward. Thus putting uy equal to 0 in the above equation, we get 0 equal to u0y minus gt. Thus the time taken to reach taken to the maximum height is given by t equal to v0y upon g, which is equal to v0 sin theta 0 upon g. At the maximum height h attained by the projectile, the vertical velocity is 0. Therefore applying u square minus v square minus u square equal to 2as which is equal to 2gh, we get the expression for maximum height. So h equal to u0 square sin square theta 0 divided by 2g. Now time of flight. The time of flight of a projectile is the time interval between the instant of its launch and the instant when it hits the ground. The time t given by equation is the time for half the flight of the ball. Therefore the total time of flight is given by t equal to 2t equal to 2v0 sin theta 0 upon g. Now range. The range r of a projectile is calculated simply by multiplying its time of flight and horizontal velocity. Thus using above equation we get r equal to v0x into 2t which is equal to v0 cos theta 0 multiply 2v0 sin theta 0 upon g which is equal to v square 0 2 sin theta 0 cos theta 0 upon g. Since 2 sin theta cos theta equal to sin 2 theta, the range r is given by r equal to v0 square sin 2 theta 0 upon g. Now trajectory of a projectile. The path followed by the projectile is called its trajectory. Although we have discussed quite a few things about projectile motion, we have still not answered the question, what is the path of trajectory of a projectile? So let us determine the equation for the trajectory of a projectile. It is easy to determine the equation for the path or trajectory of a projectile. You just have to eliminate t from equation. Given below for x and y, substituting the value of t from equations, then we get y equal to u0y x upon ua0x minus 1 by 2 gx square upon v square ax as t equal to x upon u0x become y equal to tan theta 0 into x minus g upon 2 u0 cos theta 0 का square x square as ay equal to u0 sin theta and ua0 x equal to u0 cos theta. Thus, if air resistance is negligible, the path of any projectile launched at an angle to the horizontal is a parabola or a proportion of a parabola. Circular motion. In the figure above, it shows the positions vector r1 and r2 of the particle in uniform circular motions at two different instants of time t1 and t2 respectively. The word uniform refers to the constant speed. We have said that speed of the particle is constant. What about the velocity? To find out velocity, recall the definition of average velocity and apply it to point P1 and P2. So B0 V equal to R2 minus R1 upon T2 minus T1. This implies y delta R upon delta T. So by definition, uniform circular motion is motion with constant speed in a circle. The vector delta R is shown in figure A. Now suppose you have make the time interval delta t smaller and smaller so that it approaches 0. What happens to delta r? In particular, what is the directions of delta r? It approaches the tangent to the circle at point P1 as delta t tends to 0. Mathematically, we define the instantaneous velocity at point P1 as v0 equal to limit delta 0 delta t equal to 0 delta r upon delta t, which is equal to dr upon dt. So applications of uniform circular motion. In the motion of a planet around the sun, the centripetal force is provided by the gravitational force between the two. Similarly, the centripetal force for a car traveling around a bend is provided by the force of frictions between the road and the car's tires and or by the horizontal component of the normal reactions of bent road and aircraft is in vertical loops. Now do it yourself. Question number 1. Why does a cyclist bend inward while taking a turn on a circular path? Question number 2. A bullet is fired with an initial velocity 300 meter per second at an angle of 300 with the horizontal. At what distance from the gun will the bullet strike the ground? Question number next. A car is rounding a curve of radius 200 meters at a speed of 60 km per hour. What is the centripetal force on a passengers of mass m equal to 90 kg? And that's it from session number 2. Thank you.